My name is Ethan Whiting. I'm applying for a game design BFA. I've put together this video to display both my philosophy on games and to give a summary of my latest game called Shepard. I believe games are a way to bring people together, to teach lessons, and to give an experience to those who need it most. Throughout history, people have been playing games. I believe it is a core part of humanity and civilization. To fight battles of intellect rather than violence is a sign of a healthy mind. Until recently, these battles were fought on wooden boards or on decorated cards. But just as the news has spread from the paper onto our televisions, the world of games has leapt up from its humble origins onto a digital medium. This excites me. Never before has there been such complexity and depth in games. They've become immersive and groundbreaking in ways that the wooden pieces and stacks of cards could never have touched on. However, I feel there is something missing. I love the complexity and vastness of digital games, but I miss the feeling of being in the room with my opponent, to see the dread and delight on people's faces, to laugh with them as their playing goes awry, to smile with them as we bond over something as old as recorded history. Even sensations as simple as feeling your pieces and cards, the assets of your victory or of your demise. These elements are too valuable to lose. Why not have both the complexity of a computer and the warmth of a physical game? It seems logical. Both of these mediums have amazing qualities that have shaped me in my youth. Why can't I have both? This may not be a novel idea. Party games have been doing this for years. But have you ever played a game that simulated the life cycle of nations that was all calculated by a computer while the players played on a board with pieces and cards? I made this game. It goes by the name of Shepard, and it is my pride and joy. Players start out by choosing the country they are going to lead from a list of 9 that are completely fictional. These players then roll for the attributes of their nation. The tension in the room as a player nervously rolls the die, hoping for anything higher than a 5, is an experience that leaves everybody laughing and grinning. Then players are dealt their hands, many of whom are terrible at bluffing. That guy who had been bragging about starting a religion in the group chat all night seems pretty happy. I wonder what's on his mind. The game then carries on as players desperately try to cram as much as possible into their very reserved and limited turns. The group will soon learn that waiting to cash in your assets in bulk is truly better than small transactions. But as calculated as a player may be, there's always luck in the cards. Many turns will be foiled simply because there was a drought or because of an incoming blizzard. These are my favorite moments. The rest of the players will tease the unfortunate with little remorse, just to be hit with the same blunder on their turn. Players will often evolve a better mindset to approaching conflict through my games. It is fascinating to watch as they slowly realize that working together as a team, alliance, or union is much more beneficial than competing for new technologies. In reality, these small, uncoordinated moments are what bring the most fun to this game, but in conflict, more memorable moments are made. Sitting at a table with 5 other players, only to find that 2 of them have been plotting an invasion of your country for the past few turns, is brilliant, even when you are on the receiving end. Wars are fought, yet they are given more character than most games. Using the computer that the calculations for the entire game are run on, players select their course of action in combat, which makes the battles much more personal and creative, rather than knight takes rook, checkmate. The calculations, which have all been formulated by me on Google Sheets, have many more gems to them. It will calculate your nation's economy based on imports and exports. It will calculate your food and money yields each turn. The formula sheet even calculates the statistics of your country differently depending on the territories you own, the technologies you own, or the government you have, all in real time. These very complex calculations provide highly unique experiences that lead to the game's replayability. I feel solace in knowing that my players like the product I made, and they want to come back for more. This is my goal in making a game. And this game has been the product of many different variations and tons of playtesting with previous installations before I arrived at the product today. This journey has not only been worth it, but has taught me much about game design and has brought me such joy. I never really felt that essays or test scores defined who I am as a person. They fall short and don't show the real struggle of a person, or at least in my case. I think the clearest depiction of me is from the games I craft. I think Shepard is an excellent one at that. Thank you for listening to my summary of Shepard. In this portfolio, I have submitted other pieces related to this work, such as a rulebook and the formula sheet. If you are interested in learning more about what I have to offer, please look over those documents as well. Thank you.